Las Vegas's housing inventory update. That's what I have for you. If you're a buyer right now, this is information that is invaluable. It will be the information that will help you the absolute most in this very moment and going forward for about the next 30 to 60 days. That's what I'm giving you ahead. And if you're a seller, if you're considering selling in this market right now, well, you need to take the best advice so that you can get it done. You can get it done, but I'm going to reveal what the buyer side is first, and then you can probably see what advice would be best for you as a seller. So let's jump right into it, folks. For you buyers out there right now, what you want to know is inventory, where it's at, and how it helps you. This is always the story, okay? Very simply put, many of you know this already, but if inventory is very low, that means that you as a buyer have less power. The higher the inventory, the more power you have as a buyer, and the better the prices will be, and the better that you'll have a chance of getting more out of the seller to pay closing costs and things like that that will really help you. When you're looking at things like the interest rate being higher right now, well, maybe getting some closing costs from the seller besides getting a lower price would be extremely helpful to help you buy down that rate. And also, I'm going to help you understand the new home market as well within this, okay? So I'm going to jump in first to where we are with inventory. I'm going to show you my screen. I'm going to pull up what's been happening in the Las Vegas Valley. Really quickly, as I pull my screen up, I'm going to tell you right now, we are hitting a resistance point for inventory. That means that for the last several weeks, and maybe even a couple of months, several months really, not maybe, definitely several months, inventory has been climbing. There's been more and more inventory for you to choose from as a buyer. Some of that inventory is not the greatest inventory because it's too expensive, it's overpriced, needs too much work, it's gonna sit around, and if the seller isn't budging, well, they're not going anywhere. They're just creating more inventory. It's basically inventory that isn't even really viable. So within that of what I'm about to show you, we have that kind of inventory, which is just not viable. But the good news has been is that every week I've seen more and more inventory until recently. And you as a buyer need to know this because we're not seeing in Las Vegas, Nevada, inventory climbing anymore. I'm seeing a resistance point at 8,400 total properties on the market on the multiple listing service. Okay, so let me show you that. When I look up these listings here, I very simply go to what's active and coming soon. And right now, at this very moment, I'm showing 8,369 properties totally on the market. That means condos, townhomes, luxury homes, all of it in between, single family residence. The thing is that we went up above 8,400. So as we know, we're at 8,369, and I'm going to show you some screenshots that I have here that went up above 8,400, but then immediately it came back down at two different times. We went above 8,400 and then it came back down. We are at a resistance point because we were going up about 100 properties every week or so, week and a half or so, and it kept climbing. Now we are not seeing that. We are seeing a resistance point. This is also a traditional time of year for that you would see, seasonal time, where sellers don't put as many properties on the market. They kind of know that this is holiday time, there's not as many buyers, and so unless you're a seller that absolutely has to sell, why would you be selling at this time right now? Or if you're just like, you know what, we'll see if we can make it work, but I have time to wait. I can wait till springtime to see what happens. I have clients doing that right now. They have a very nice property and they know that, you know, it may not happen in the next month or so, but springtime will get it going. So what do we have ahead? If I'm looking at right now that we're seeing a resistance point for you buyers, as far as more inventory coming on, right now is your best time. When I'm working with buyers right now, I'm getting them closing costs paid in many cases. I'm getting them reductions of prices. You know, you name it. The sellers want to get it done. This is your time to get it done. Find those properties that are maybe sitting for a long time, or maybe they just lowered their price by a considerable amount. Now's your chance. Now is your chance to go in and get a deal. You think it's going to be next year? I think that might not be the case at all. All right. I think every year at springtime, we have seen in Las Vegas, Nevada, my entire career, 15 years, except for maybe 1 year out of the 15 years, that spring it wasn't sprung. I mean, it just explodes as far as activity is concerned. You get more competition for buyers that are out there that are your competition looking for the same house you are. And really, you're not going to see an influx of sellers. That's the big deal. You're not going to suddenly see a whole bunch of new inventory. Even those sellers come out to play in the springtime. The ones that aren't going to sell now will be selling in spring. They'll get eaten up. And so you're not going to see this great buyer's market, even though you're going to have maybe better rates. Actually, that's going to create more competition. If people see better rates, more affordable, they're going to get out there. You're going to see multiple offers on the property you want instead of you being the only one that offers on that property. It's incredibly important right now for you to know that. So 8,369 total properties. The next thing I want to look at is luxury homes. That's $1 million plus properties. That's what we call a luxury home still, is a property that's listed at $1 million plus. We have right now a resistance point that's been going on actually for quite a while with luxury homes. That resistance point is that we have not seen more than about 1,000 luxury homes, $1 million plus homes on the market. Okay, that's what we're seeing right here. I got 966 $1 million plus homes available. When you boil that down, what that means to you, if you're looking for the 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom home, single story with a pool in Summerlin, it boils down to just a few properties that you have. You do not have 900 and something of, actually viable for you. Now, in total, there's obviously that many over 1 million. We're seeing that resistance point 966. By the way, that's been ticking down a little bit, even with the slower volume as right now this time of year for buyers. This is because most people with luxury home or homes over 1 million are not putting them on at this time of year. That said, the rule still applies. Anybody who is trying to sell right now will give you a deal, more than likely. So if you're a buyer, I'm going to just tell you over and over again, now is your time. Just like it'll be for going to a new home community. If these brand new builds have something that's almost built or built, a standing inventory, then you have an opportunity. Many times they're even accepting offers on that property and getting them accepted at much lower prices, but you need to bring your realtor with you on that first occasion that you go see them. And you need to talk to myself about what's out there for you. I will help you find the home of the new builds that are out there that work for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's something on the resale market, whether it's a new build, you need to talk to me. My number's here. Here you go. Always have that ready, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a rocking time finding you a home. That's part of the adventure of finding a home. Having fun doing it, right? Geez, yeah, I sure hope so. That's what I'm all about. I'm going to jump into the seller stuff here too, and if you're a buyer, you should still listen to this, because the seller side of this tells you a lot about your side, even though I kind of revealed a whole lot about what I think buyers can do right now. Now, sellers, you want to sell right now? We can get it done. You got to create a plan that works, and you got to price your property at or below market value right now, and you will get it done. Okay, I know that sounds crazy. Like, what do you mean? I want to price it above and get, more than what my neighbor got. Might not be happening right now. But if you got to sell right now, then you want to do this the smart way and get it sold ASAP. The other thing is that you might not be looking as quickly as a quick sale. It might not take you a few days like it would have maybe earlier in the year to get an offer. It might take a little longer, so be ready to be patient. And one thing I want to point out, these entities are really awesome and you should use them every time. Not right here. This one right here. This one's, this one happens to be open door. I'm just going to go ahead and talk trash a little bit. But right here, we got, you see that? It says scan now. No, wait, it says scam now. It doesn't say scan now. That's a little barcode that you can scan, but yet it says scam now. Listen, if you go through any of these iBuyers, just go ahead and be ready to be scammed. That's what they're doing. They're trying to buy your home for as little as possible and then eventually turn it around and sell it for as much as possible. The money that you should be getting instead of this entity or another one that wants to buy your house for nothing. And sure, they'll do it quick, but you know what? They might go through these things that start costing you more and more money, and all of a sudden you realize, geez, these people kind of pulled me in. I mean, if you're desperate, go to the pawn shop. That's what that is. That's the pawn shop. You can sell anything at a pawn shop of value, sure, for like a third of its value, if that. But you don't do that with your house, okay? Let's get it done, folks. If you want to sell your home now you know how, and I have a plan for you to get that done. So just contact me anytime. And of course, if you're a buyer right now, let's get it rocking and get you a home at the best time of the year. I'm telling you, folks, this is right now the best time to buy that you may see for about another year. Can't tell the future because anything can happen, but let's just go by the trends. Let's go by what the trends have been. This has been the time to buy. In springtime, not so much. Summertime, still staying pretty hot. Swing back around to fall and winter, start of winter, that's when you buy. Of course, if that doesn't work for your timeline and your family, I completely understand. Just be ready to deal with whatever you have to deal with, and we'll have a great time doing it regardless. If you want to see a home, call me ASAP, throw a rock through my window. I don't care how you get a hold of me. Remember, I'm Rob Hau. I'm all about houses and you, and now you know how to buy or sell a home in Las Vegas, Nevada. I hope this video helped you and updated you to the facts that you need to know to buying a home in Las Vegas. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.